Friends, hello world. Hello. I hope each of you is doing well, and I'm so excited. Today we are going to have a really beautiful and amazing show. Wow. I know that a lot of you are excited. The holidays are almost here. Yay. And today I have my very special and dear friend Liat, who is also my coach. And her and I, we are going to be talking about very interesting things. So how are you doing, Liat? Welcome.
Hi, so
Hi.
happy to be here.
Me
Hello,
too.
everyone. Hello, world.
I know I like to say that. Hello world, right?
Hello, world. Yes.
So, are you excited about the upcoming holidays? I can't believe that it's already December. I feel like the year is slowly saying bye-bye to each of us.
Wow, but you know what? It passed so quickly.
Yes,
2022 started and it's about to end very quickly. I can't believe it. You know
exactly.
why? We are like on the speed of light.
I love it. I love it because we definitely are. And so, tell people what
Everything
we
is
are going.
accelerating. Sorry.
Yes. No, for sure. Tell people what we are going to talk about. We kind of decided today to change topic, and I love the topic.
So this coming holiday, people are very busy shopping to their loved ones to make a beautiful holiday, which is so important. But how do we feel after, a day after? It's like we are so tired. And why is that? Why is that, Vasi? Why we are overwhelmed?
To be
Why?
honest with you, to me, the simplest answer is because we are doing a lot of things at the same time. And as one thing you continue coaching on a daily basis, is to try to stay present and do one thing at a time. And a lot of times, even before we start recording podcasts, and even when I have interviews with people from all around the world, I can see like phone calls and etc. working on multiple projects instead of focusing on doing one thing. And that's one thing you're kind of strict with me, Vasi. You do this, and I know that a lot of people may even ask the question, "Well, Vasi, why you don't respond to us right away? Like we message you, and like because it's like you going to a doctor appointment when you're in your with your doctor, you just listen your doctor. So it's the same like when I'm photographing someone, I'm just present, I'm just photographing. And I think that that's where, and one thing you continue remembering and remind me every day is that when we do one things, we do it, and a lot of times people even get overwhelmed while you're doing things. You get 100 notifications from social media. Maybe you should turn off your notification, or put your phone it's in a work mode, and then you get really 1 hour of quality work instead of spending 5 hours. What do you think?
Oh, that is so right. It's so accurate what you just said. And by the end of the day, people forget to be present and present for the people they love, and they want to be multitask. And being multitask is just a word, but we cannot be more than one place in our focus. I'm talking about focus, okay? Because what we focus at is what we put our energy, okay? So when we try to do so many things at one time, we are nowhere. We are nowhere. And that's where we keep our energy. That's where we keep our vitality. Our presence is what connects us by the end of the day to, let's say, to the higher realms. Let's say the infinite field of possibilities, where we can get all the information that help us to sustain ourselves. But not going there, just saying to be present is really to make sure that once you are, listening to someone, you give him your undivided attention, because there is always something that you will learn. Even when you think that you have nothing to learn, there will always be something that you need to hear, some kind of message that you need to receive. Sometimes we are asking a question and we're receiving the answers in multiple ways. Sometimes it comes from people that communicate with us. So we need to be tuned. We need to be present. We need to listen. We need to hear. And the more we're going to make sure to do that, to be present, we're going to feel that we are much happier people.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. And it is very true. It is very true. Even I was recently talking to my friend from my childhood. She lives in Germany. And I asked her, what are you doing? She said, oh my gosh, I'm doing so many things at the same time, trying to work, trying to take care of the kids, and etc. And I told her, and then she said, I want to read this. And I said, listen, it's all about good planning. There is a reason why people created calendar and schedule, and then you just a lot of times you get distracted and it takes you longer. So if you have to achieve a project, instead of focusing for 30 minutes and doing it, you might drag it 5 hours. Well, let's be realistic. One day it's exactly 24 hours. It doesn't matter where you live around the world, still the same. So the big question is, do you want to do something for 30 minutes and then, and really like complete it and feel this amazing feeling of achievement? Or do you want to drag it for 5 hours and find excuses to your family why you cannot go and have dinner with them? Which, by the way, sometimes I'm guilty in this pretty often, but I'm working on it. I feel that, especially now with 2023 coming, and we are December, soon we are going to say bye-bye 2022. And we really need to think, what are the changes we would like to implement? And hopefully it's from tomorrow. We don't need to be January 1st.
Vasi, you know that 2023 is going to be an amazing year? Amazing, spectacular, amazing year.
Yay. I
Yeah,
cannot wait.
totally.
Yeah, because you know that people may not know, only maybe Mary and Evan and is that I have been working on a lot of, and continue looking different things for next year. So hopefully all of us, we can experience and, and kind of get the fruit from the tree with all of my new crazy ideas. But for everyone, I really hope that when people say, what is the meaning of a good year? I probably would say for each of us, it's different. But as long as you're healthy and kind of enjoy the moment, because a lot of times, and that's one thing you helped me a lot, it's, people think about, okay, I'm working now, let's say 14 hours a day to have better retirement. Life is expensive. I need to pay my vet bill. I need to do this. And of course, they are things, they are part of life, right? But how about we shift our thinking and we say, do you know what? I'm right now with my doggy. Let me give it a hug, say thank you. And when I have these 2 minutes of me time with my dog or with my loved ones, and I really appreciate it, then I can work on the rest as much as it's in my capabilities.
You know what I noticed right now? There was a very profound moment right now, because I noticed that once you were talking to me, my head was struggling, or not struggling, the word struggling is not appropriate, but my head was pushing, what is the next thing I'm going to say right now? What should I say? But I managed to put myself present to you, for you, to hear you, to listen to you. And there was a moment of a great love. And why do I share that? Because if we want to give love to a person, that's love. That's love. To give all my attention to you right now, what happens is I'm connecting to my energy. Because when I'm present, I'm connecting to my own energy. And that energy at that moment gives you the love, not only that, love, healing, everything. And my mind was trying to put me back to, it's like figuring out what I'm going to say right now, and I'm going back, and I'm with you, and I don't care. It's like I put myself aside. If we're going to learn, all of us doing that, put ourselves aside for the person in front of us, this world will become a magnificent place to live in. You know, one of my weaknesses in the past was really staying in the present moment. I was never present, but at the same time, I didn't have time for anything. I was always behind. I was always struggling with time. I was always procrastinating. The moment I started to work on being present, on my presence related to this time of the year, everything started to organize itself. It was amazing. All of a sudden, I have time for everything and more. All of a sudden, I have time to create. All of a sudden, I have time to read. All of a sudden, I have time to study something. Everything. That's what happens when we are present.
I love it. And, you know, as you said, people feel hurt. You talk to your spouse or to your, family member or to a friend, physically or virtually, doesn't matter. And suddenly what you say, they can hear it. And when they say it, when they see in your eyes that you hear it, that you are with them, this is priceless. And it doesn't matter, again, how do you like to live your life? With fur babies, without fur babies, in which part of the world you live. I mean, those are basic things. And especially now, we just had our Thanksgiving. And again, it doesn't need to be Thanksgiving, because some countries don't even celebrate Thanksgiving, or they have it in a different day with a different name. This gratitude of how much we have, to me, it needs to be every day, and showing it to our favorite loved ones, again, every day. And I know that everyone is so busy getting, holiday gifts and sending cards and shopping and going to, holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah parties, you name it, soon New Year's Eve. And all of these things, like, you think over and over and over again. And you know what? Even when I take picture, I can catch it in people that they are there, but they are not there. And when I did my picture day 2 days ago, I think was one of the clients, she came, she said, my dog, if it doesn't behave, you cannot take pictures, which is, by the way, super rare for me to not be able to have a successful session. Do you know what? For one of my very few times in my life, I wasn't able to take picture. Do you know why? Because the fur baby felt the mom was stressed out. Mom wasn't there. Mom was in her shock that she left a note on the door that she will be back, and she wasn't back. So the doggy felt that no pictures, no memories.
Wow.
I know. I was very sad, because that was the first Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever she celebrated, for her fur baby. So now we missed this chance, unless she decides to call me, which, again, she will be so busy. I really hope she will call me. I really hope she will use her phone at least to take those pictures. But she missed, sadly, this memory, because she didn't say, okay, I will just really give you, Vasi, give you the photographer lady 5 minutes. I will be mentally here, so my doggy can feel it. I can enjoy it, even if my hair is not done the way I wanted, my makeup. But that's why there is digital magic. So the big question for everyone, and I know that Pet Pics, we are the fun platform, and we talk about fur baby. This is like a little more serious conversation. But as us being such a diverse platform, I felt that as me and a lot of people going through this, and especially Liat and I, we talked about it before we came, live streaming and recording this as a podcast. Sometimes this is real life things and we need to address them.
Yes, yes. We are so busy rushing, doing things, do things that we are used to do, and we forget to really stop and smell the roses, And one day we wake up, sometime when we are older, and we regret so many things, and we say, I wish I could change. I wish I could do differently. Because really, what the major question that we're going to ask ourselves is not, why didn't I work another 14 hours to make more money? That's not going to be the question that we're going to ask. We're going to ask, why wasn't I more present to be with my family and to enjoy? Now, once we want to accomplish everything and we want to get everything done, which is okay, which is fine, no problem about that, we need to do it with love and be present. Presence will give us joy with what we do. We are not going to do things by being forced to or stressed to do, because the stress is the source of all sickness.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very sad when, exactly one of the reasons. You know what was interesting? I went yesterday to chiropractor and, and I asked him, so how it's like my back? He said, well, Vasi, it has seen better days. And I asked him this simple question. I said, this is a really stupid question, Dr. Paul, but is stress related to your back? He said, of course, Vasi. And then he told me about they have a special saying, which I cannot quote it now. And by the way, thank you. So nice to see you around. Thank you so much to everyone who is watching live or the replay or listening this as a podcast. And I realized, well, Vasi, this is your reminder and message of the day. You better don't do stretches and just really, I think that it's important to really exercise being present. And, you and I, we even talked about different tools of how, you can achieve this. Definitely it's doable. I wish, and friends, I'm very transparent and very honest person. It's that I wish I knew Liat and what she taught me over the past 1 year since you and I, we have been working together before, but I'm grateful that I discovered it now, not when I'm 100 or 80 years old, because it's never too late. You can be 60 years old or 70 years old, or doesn't matter your age, to make some changes, positive changes, only if you wish and if you think that this is something which will benefit you, and not you as being the selfish you, and you as if you are happy, as the saying, like happy wife, happy life, happy you and happy everyone around you, and so higher performance.
Happiness is a beautiful word, and that's what we all should be. Happy people. That's where we should aim. And talking about why it's so important to be present is one thing, but how we do that, how do we keep ourselves present? This is another thing. That could be challenge for people to find themselves present, especially when they used to not to, right? So one of the things is, that I do, and what I recommend is meditation. But
Yes.
whatever keeps someone in a place where he is present, that's why the artists, they are very present. There is some kind of connection. The artists, while they are painting, they are not now thinking about a million other things. They are in it. So everyone should find a space, a place where he is attached to this moment.
Yes, I love this.
Yeah, you driving your car, put some music with good frequencies that put you present.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And you're absolutely right. And then, friends, I would encourage you, please, go make sure you listen to previous episodes with Liat and I. Last time we talked about meditation, and also you created this beautiful meditation for pet parents with their fur baby. So this is on your YouTube channel. And then I know that you'll be back and you will continue talking about it. By the way, I'm very excited about your new website you just launched. I want to show it to people. And then can you tell people other than your website where they can find you?
So I have Instagram and Facebook. It's all under LMC Healing. And yeah, my website is lmchealing.com.
Yes, and I love it. By the way, I love your new website. Congratulations, friends. This is her official launch of her website. Look at how beautiful it is. She officially launched it. Juliet officially launched it yesterday. And here it's now reality. I have been waiting for this website for quite a bit of time, but I'm very excited that now finally people can, kind of see the new updated, upgraded version of Liat with LMS Healing, Life with Purpose. And definitely, I already added the website below in the description, friends, so you can go and say hi. You can work with Liat, and I can tell you, again, it doesn't matter what you believe in and how you like to live your life. This is your choice. As as Vasi, I like to expose you at least to different options. It's like you going to the doctor and you go with a more of a organic approach of solving the problem. So your choice, stay present for sure. And are there any last words you'd like to say to people? Which on the spot now, right? Sorry.
One of the greatest things that all of us needs to achieve is self-love. The first step to self-love is really being present. That's self-love, that calls self-love. And believe me, from experience, I was there. As long as you're going to be present, the more you're going to be present, you're going to have time for everything. You don't need to figure out anything at the same time. And I'm wishing everyone beautiful, amazing, great holidays. Enjoy your presence and your present with your family, and just make the best out of it.
Oh my gosh, make the best out of it. This is a wonderful way to finish our show today. Friends, just really make the best of it. Sit down with yourself, write what you like, what you'd like to improve, and just with the gratitude list of thank you for doing this, thank you for having this, thank you for everything, you're going to understand each of you is so fortunate in a great way, and a lot of things to be grateful for, and a lot of things to really enjoy being present. So thank you very much, Liat, for everything what you do for me personally. Thank you, friends, for watching this podcast, show or listening this on the podcast platforms. And I hope, friends, you really enjoyed it again, Liat, with LMS Healing, Life with Purpose. You can find her in her website or all the social media. And of course, Liat will be back in 2023. I almost said 2024 because, as you know, I stay present. My brain can't help it. It's like it's all of these ideas, but I stay present. So I love you, my friend. Thank you, friends, and see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye. Thank you.